Hey folks, welcome back to Muscle Cars of Texas. I know I look a little tired. We had a fantastic weekend this weekend. Got to see a couple of grandkids this weekend, another swim meet, did great. But we're back. It's 100 freaking degrees out here. It's 112 in this little area that I'm working. Anyway, our 65 big block. I've wet sanded the front end, getting ready to buff it. And as you can tell, I'm going to, these cars, even from the factory, only the top half of this car got buffed. The bottom of the, from this body line down, they barely touched it. So I've got all of this wet sanded, and I sanded it with 1,000. Back in the day, they sanded it with 600. You know, and I used to do 600, but I did 1,000 on this, so I didn't have to, you know, watch it too close, because 600 takes a lot of material off. Anywho, so I've drilled the holes for all the emblems. Got all the holes drilled. That way we buff it, we wax it, put the emblems on, and put the nuts on them and nut them down. And that's the last time they got to come off the car. So anyway, I'm going to get started on this buffing so that you can see a little bit of it. And what I'm using is just a small handheld little buffer, and it's got a wool pad on it. I love wool pads. Anyway, let me put the battery in. Pretty cool. And then, number one. We're going to put number one on it. And you get the idea. I like to put this in it because otherwise it splashes everywhere. It goes all over the place. This way, I do it this way. Spreads it out a little bit. And voila, that ain't too shabby. Now naturally I have to do the whole car like this, which is, you know, a lot of work. And it's hot, so it's gonna be really hot work. But that's the way it'll come out, and it'll get shinier as I go, you know, through the process. And again, we only do the tops, the bottom of these fenders. Now I'm gonna clean them up a little bit, and I'll go over them with some compound just to make them glossy, but we're not going to sand it and get it really slick like this. So folks, if you want something like this and you want this quality of work, you know where to bring it, right here at Muscle Cars of Texas.